Gibbo Hill, mate. Bloody banger.
Yo, G-I-B-B-O, that's the moniker, man's on a mission. Got a weird walk like a pigeon on commission through the council estate. He's moving with pace, got a crew of old geezers right on his case. Switching up outfits, quick like a flick. 1 minute he's a Bobby next to geezer with a stick. He's dodging and weaving through the market store mess. He's got a big grin and a cheeky little vest. It's Gibbo, mate, I'm on my Benny Hill now. Chasing everybody through the whole damn town. With a ding-ding sample, yeah, you know the drill. The whole manor's running from Gibbo Hill. He's on your tail, can't get away. He'll chase you till the end of the day. See him skanking through the high street with a purpose, yeah, tripping over curbs, but he just doesn't care. He's got a whole posse, a flash mob of fools breaking all the rules. He's a milkman, a butcher, a postie on a spree. He's a man of 100 faces, can't you see? 1 minute he's a flirting with the ladies in the park, next he's running from a vicar in the dark. It's Gibbo, mate, I'm on my Benny Hill now. Chasing everybody through the whole damn town. With a ding-ding sample, yeah, you know the drill. The whole manor's running from Gibbo Hill. He's on your tail, can't get away. He'll chase you till the end of the day. Now watch him pull a trick, alright, proper stunt. He'll swat his suitcase for a rubber duck punt. He'll slip on a banana, then get up to salute. Still a traffic cone and wear it as a boot. He's hiding in a phone booth, but his bum's sticking out. He's got a water pistol making everyone shout. He's painting a fake door on a brick, will you see? Then he'll run right through it, faster than a flame. It's Gibbo, mate, I'm on my Benny Hill now. Chasing everybody through the whole damn town. With a ding-ding sample, yeah, you know the drill. The whole manor's running from Gibbo Hill. He's on your tail, can't get away. He'll chase you till the end of the day. Yeah, Gibbo Hill, the dawn of the chase. Ding, 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 ding.
Hello everyone, let me just quickly do this. Okay, that's a locked thread, so I don't know what that's in there. Okay, so setting this live up has been hard because I've had to do it through multiple ways and things like that. And I still don't have everything that I want up, so bear with me. What it is I put my clips on StreamYard, so you guys don't, you know, if there's any issues, it'll just play. It won't play on my side, but it'll play on your side. But we are getting through it. And my email's blank. Buzzing. So let me just send that email to myself again. Okay. Photos. Okay, done. Right. So let me see if I've got this correct while we're here. Before everybody jump, everybody's jumping in. So we covered it. We didn't cover it, but I mentioned a case to you the other day where the young mom was not young mom, mom to be was missing, believed to be deceased. There's been some remains found in that case. We'll go over that at some point, but right now I want to go over this case. Because not from our community, I'm not attacking anyone in our community, but let me just put that back up. I don't know why I took that out like that. There has been a lot of misinformation in this case. Yeah, hit the like, share, and kick people in the butt. Yeah, Jill's here, Karen's here. Susie, have you fed your husband? I don't want him complaining again. Don't be calling Aurora darling, Frank. I'm joking. So let's get in. First of all, let's play the message from the family.
We want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She is funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted foliage. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day, despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief. We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Okay, so in answer to Niles, because Niles says Savannah makes 8 million a year, and you can't cough up 50k. Well, it doesn't work like that. But FBI have said it's up to the family, and family have just said they're willing to talk. So that would be what I'd say. As for son-in-law Diddy, there's no solid proof of that. There's nothing pointing towards that. That was just what's her face opened her mouth too early. Right. So what I want to do now is I want to show you a clip from the Today Show this morning. It's only a short clip. It's just so we can get a look at the crime scene, and then I've got some images for you. When I say crime scene, I mean the front door. And then I've got some images for you to look at regarding the crime scene.
Late yesterday, investigators swarming Nancy Guthrie's home in a renewed search for clues in the disappearance of Savannah's mom. The multi-agency team, including FBI agents, sheriff's deputies, and a Border Patrol canine unit, entering the property behind new yellow crime scene tape. It's the first time we've seen this type of activity since the 84-year-old went missing early this week. And overnight, Savannah and her siblings, Annie and Cameron, releasing that heart-wrenching video. Two people briefed on the investigation say the FBI special agent in charge was seen at a Guthrie family home where it's believed the video was recorded. NBC News is also aware of multiple reports of ransom notes sent to news organizations. No law enforcement agency has substantiated them, but they are being investigated. NBC News has not seen the notes.
A white female, 84 years of age, 5C medium build.
Now, 5 days after this police dispatch call that started the search for Savannah's mom, authorities are also looking into what appears to be blood found outside the home, according to two senior officials briefed on the investigation. Those officials also say Guthrie's pacemaker appears to have disconnected from its monitoring app in the early morning hours on Sunday, the day she was reported missing. President Trump reaching out to Savannah on the phone Wednesday and later posting, "I am directing all federal law enforcement to be at the family's and local law enforcement's complete disposal immediately. We are deploying all resources to get her mother home safely." In Tucson last night, a prayer service organized by some of Savannah's longtime friends. Shelly Shamrell and Savannah bonded 30 years ago while working at Tucson's local NBC station, and she says Nancy became like a second mom to her.
She is just the most loving, kind, warm, smart person who is so revered in this community.
A family, a community, and the entire nation now praying for Nancy Guthrie's safe return.
And as the search continues, investigators are still trying to figure out if they'll be able to recover any of the video footage from those overnight hours taken from Nancy Guthrie's surveillance cameras. Google, which owns Nest Cameras, tells us that they are now assisting law enforcement in that investigation. And we do hope to get more information on all of this later today. The Pima County Sheriff's Office is expected to give another update. Craig.
Liz Court's force there in Arizona. Liz, thank you. We're joined now.
Okay, so you're going to hear about the ransom notes in a bit, and you're going to hear about how what has been determined as fake. I have the charges; they're literally right here. But yeah, I've got them. We'll go over them in a second, in a bit. I just want to go over. So obviously, everybody knows this is Nancy. This is the lady that we're looking for. This is the front door. And first of all, what I want you to take note of is they have taken the camera. You'll hear in a bit how they said the camera was not broken, as in they haven't said that, or they don't know where it's come from. It seems like mainstream media are playing games with everyone because they're the mainstream. Right. So this is the blood spatter. Anybody who's a blood spatter expert can pitch in on this. But I did watch Nancy Grace, and on Nancy Grace, she had a blood spatter expert, and he said this looks like something from an elevated position, so she would have been standing up, or she wasn't like dragged and it was smearing out of her. So he said the best way to explain it is the medication that she's on. So you can see me. There I am. The medication that Nancy's taking does make you bleed, and it is possible that it's a nosebleed because of the medication. He says he's not sure what her schedule is of taking the medication, but he knows someone on blood thinners who's on a pacemaker, and they what's it called? They often have nosebleeds shortly after taking the medication, and this is possibly what this is here. She took a medication, went to bed, and anyway, so here is the timeline that we have. You're going to hear the timeline in a bit, but this is it. So 5:32 p.m. Nancy travels to local family home. That's sister and brother-in-law that Niles mentioned earlier. 9:48 p.m. Family drops Nancy off at home, and garage door opens. So garage door closes. This is activity that they found online. And then February 1st at 1:47 a.m. doorbell camera disconnects. So that's key. Doorbell camera disconnects. If we go back to this image, like I said, this image is showing you where the doorbell camera was, and the doorbell camera was removed by police. They said, "Oh, it was smashed up and things like that." There's no proof of that. Police will tell you that in a second, though. Okay, back to the timeline. Da, 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 da. Software detects person. I can't see what it says. So basically, a motion camera picks up that there's somebody moving around. Now, this says person, but they said we don't know whether it's an animal. We don't know because we don't have the video. They're still working to get the video because the video was. Well, the video was. So they didn't have a subscription. I believe you're going to hear all this anyway, but they didn't have a subscription. Software detects. Oh, okay. No video available. No subscription. There you go. Pacemaker app shows disconnect from phone. That was at 2:28. So that is key because the pacemaker disconnecting from phone is down to distance due to it being Bluetooth. So if you imagine you're listening to music through a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker, you walk away with your phone and the speaker stops playing. That's what's happened here. Okay, right. So what I want to do now is first show you another image. This is Nancy again, because this is who matters. This is who everybody wants to find. And yeah. So also one keynote is there's now a $50,000 reward. That is to help gain information. It's also probably to tempt somebody. I would be going mad if this happened to my mum. Yeah, but you'd have professionals around you as well, preventing you from doing something stupid. So what you got to understand is what the family are doing is what law enforcement want them to do. CJK is in the house. What's new with this one today? Well, we've got charges on a fake ransom, and we've got a press conference, and we've also got some news clips that I'm about to play. So the next news clip that I've got for you, this is CBS.
this hour in Arizona, where authorities continue to search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. The mother of the Today Show host, Savannah Guthrie, has been missing for 5 days, and last night, the family released an emotional message pleading with Nancy's possible abductor to just let her go.
We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
The light is missing from our lives. We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom.
CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez joins us live once again from Tucson. Andres, investigators returned to Nancy Guthrie's home yesterday. What were they looking for, and did they find anything new?
Well, at this point, we're going to see if they found anything new at this news conference that's set to happen here in about 3 hours. It does underscore how seriously they're taking this case. They are going ahead and re-examining portions of the scene. When you have a complex case like this, it's not uncommon for them to go back and revisit the scene if there are tips or leads that may let them go back to that home. A ransom note, as we've been reporting all throughout the last couple of days, was sent to the local ABC and CBS affiliates, also sent to TMZ. Right now, law enforcement analyzing that note, but they have not confirmed its authenticity. The sheriff's office also says that despite the leads, that there is no suspect or person of interest at this time. The FBI is assisting police, and law enforcement continues to follow the tips from the public as they push to find Nancy Guthrie and to bring her home.
And Andres, there's been such strong reaction, people sharing their outpouring of support from across the country, also obviously in her hometown. So there was a vigil last night for Nancy Guthrie. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there were over 500 people that ended up packing the St. Philip's in the Hills Episcopal Church. Family, friends, and members of the community ended up sitting together in silence and in prayer. The pastor there led them in that service. Let's take a listen.
We pray for our sister Nancy. Bring her swiftly to safety and to those whom she loves.
We need to come together, wrap our arms around each other, and lift each other up.
And so the message here was consistent that the Nancy Guthrie is loved here, and the community is holding on to hope and that she will be found and found safe at that.
All right, Andres Gutierrez reporting from Tucson for us again. Andres, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, earlier on CBS Mornings, we spoke with former FBI agent Catherine Schweik. Back in 2003, Catherine worked a similar case in which an elderly woman was kidnapped, held for ransom, and eventually freed after 5 days. Schweik highlighted the novelties of this particular case. Take a listen.
Based on your experience, why did they put it out at this time, do you think? And is this kind of thing done in cooperation with authorities?
Yeah, good morning, Tough Day. It is important that it's done in coordination with the authorities. It's not an unexpected move at all. The goal is you see it and it's gut-wrenching to watch, but it's important to the conversation because you want to open a conversation with the kidnapper or the kidnappers and make sure that they understand that you are there willing to do whatever you can do to bring back the person that you love so much.
Catherine, Savannah alluded to the fact that we live in a time where images can be manipulated. How does law enforcement authenticate ransom notes like the one that was received?
A lot of frantic work being done in FBI's laboratories and in conjunction with the local police, who, of course, are coordinating this investigation, local sheriff's office, because you do have to make sure. Reality is this is a high-profile kidnapping case and an abduction case, and we want to make sure, because we do get, oftentimes law enforcement does get false threats, and people are charged and convicted for saying, oh, I want to collect this money, and they try to get money out of somebody in their worst time. And people in these situations are desperate, and they will pay out and then find out that they're speaking to no one. They're speaking to somebody spoofing them.
So the other thing that was sort of interesting about our conversation with Catherine is, as we mentioned, that she was instrumental. She worked on the team that ultimately was able to crack the case of an elderly woman much like this who had gone missing. And I asked her, so what about that case? Who ultimately was the one who was found to have committed it? And she said it was somebody in the community, right? And so, you know, I thought that was sort of interesting because we don't have any leads right now. We don't know who might have possibly taken Nancy Guthrie, but I'm sure obviously the police and now the FBI are looking at everybody, which is why that message by Savannah and her siblings was so important to hear.
It's tough when you're such a public figure also, because you just don't know where this could be coming from. But as we know from, I mean, I religiously watch 48 Hours, and you know, most times, unfortunately, it's someone that you do know.
Or somebody that is connected to the family in some way.
We got all. Okay, so that is that. So at the beginning of the clip, you heard that the reason law enforcement are back on the premises again is purely because, well, that's what they do. If a new agency comes in, they want to go over the crime scene. They want to go over the evidence. They want to go over this. They want to go over everything. I wonder if what? I can't see because off the comments. What's she say? To thank Trump for ordering the local law enforcement to aid. She made some posts about wishing to see him and his family in jail. Well, I mean, I think due to the circumstances, I'll stay out of that. Okay, so then we go over to the press conference. We had a press conference today where this is packed with information. I need you guys to listen to what's being said, because what's being said is crucial to the investigation. So this is the first part. We're gonna, because it's such a long press conference, I've done it in like short intervals. I say short intervals. It's about 40 minutes long, and each clip's about 7 minutes. One is 10 minutes long, and that's down here waiting to be played because it wouldn't go over onto my StreamYard. So press a 1.
And so I really want you to know this entire team here, those behind me, and our community are hurting with you. We really just want Mom back, okay? Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there. We want her home. Our department, the Sheriff's Department, along with all of our partners at the FBI, have been working around the clock. And we just want her home and get and find a way to get to the bottom of all of this, just as you do. But I have other partners out there who have stepped up, and you've probably noticed them in the last few days, if not the last few hours, and you're going to see more of that. I made a decision to contact our PCRIT team, and those of you not local, that's our Pima Regional Critical Incident Team. It's made up of law enforcement officers from this entire valley. Pasquayaki Police Department, Tucson Police Department, Marana Police Department, Oro Valley Police Department, Pima College Police Department, this is Tucson International Police Department, Sarita Police Department. There's so many of them, and they are going to help us tremendously. And that's really done because we have so much in front of us still, and we're hoping that, you know, I know the FBI has committed a very large number of men and women to partner with us, work side by side with us. We go do an interview, they're going to be there with us. We're going to go look at some evidence or process evidence, they're going to be right there with us. We're sharing every piece of information, all the data we can to get this thing solved. And it's important that my partners in law enforcement know and understand their roles, because it is very large, complex investigation with a lot of moving parts. And we're at that phase now where sometimes we're waiting, right? We're waiting for analysis. We're waiting for lab reports. But even then, when they come back quickly, for example, some DNA, we rushed what we thought was the best target for DNA. We did a rush through, and got some of that back. The results were minimal. I think you all know the blood on the porch. That was one we did. It came back to Nancy. That's what we know. But there's still more items that have been submitted. We just haven't got them back yet. But in the meantime, we're not just sitting on our haunches waiting. We do have a number of leads coming in, and that's why we brought in the FBI for one, but PCRIT as well, to be able to get out there and handle these leads as they come in as quickly and as expeditiously as we can. And every single lead is looked at, every one of them. And so we're gearing up. You probably have some questions about what you've seen in the last couple of days. I'll gladly answer those at that time. But it really is about getting our partners out there. To be fair, when we went to that scene the first night, Saturday night, it was just us. Since then, the FBI and others have asked, can we go and see it as well? And that's what you've been seeing. But it is a very important case to not just me and my team, but this entire community, all of our law enforcement partners. Suspects. I know there's been a lot out there about suspects, and I want to be very clear. At this time, we have not identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We are working our best to do that. But to be clear, we have nobody of interest or any suspects that you would consider a prime suspect. We're just not there. We're not there yet. The timeline, I think we've got it on the board, do we not? This is a timeline that we have been able to develop with some of the things that we've had processed. Various pieces of electronics that we've gathered. And you look at some of this, and I know you're going to say, well, why did it take you so long to get this to us, Sheriff? Well, because one thing, it's got to go out and be processed at different lab sites, and sometimes that stuff comes back to us, and like you, we have questions. And we say, wait a minute, what is this about? What about this? Could it be that? And so it's sent back, or it's sent somewhere else. So, and that's happening with all of the things we see. That process, that review, and that questioning of, all right, what is it we're looking at? So I'll go over it with you. You can see it on the board there, but at about 5:32 p.m., these are approximate times. 5:32 p.m., Nancy travels to her local family's home for dinner and playing games with the family, just visiting. At 9:48 p.m., which is very consistent to what we were told by the family, that Nancy was dropped off at home, and we know that because we have a garage door open at approximately, I can't stress that enough, at approximately 9:48 p.m. At 9:50 p.m., that garage door closes, because that time we assume that Nancy's home and probably going to bed. Sunday morning, early morning at 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera disconnects. At 2:12 a.m., software detects a person on a camera, but there's no video available. They had no subscription, and therefore it would rewrite itself. It just kind of loops, right, and covers up. That's what our analysis teams have told us. We're not done with that. We'll do all we can, but that's what it says. So that detects a person on camera. Could that be an animal? I imagine that's possible. We don't know that. We just have no video. But we're not giving up on that. 2:28, Nancy's pacemaker app shows that it was a disconnect from the phone. And at 11:56 a.m., the family checks on Nancy and discovers her missing. And at 12:03 p.m., 911 is called in to the Pima County Sheriff's Department. I believe it's about approximately 10 minutes later, 12 minutes later, our patrol teams arrive. They see the scene, and we start our response with our search and rescue teams and our detectives from homicide and various units. In fact, every unit here, I think somebody questioned, how come there's an ICAC member out here, or this member? Everybody in our criminal investigations team is a part of this team and part of this investigation.
Okay, so that just cuts off on me. But as you heard, they brought in the FBI. That's why you're seeing the FBI floating around the sites and that now, because not because they want to look for something different, like because they've had a tip on something that they want to look for and investigate. It's simply because the FBI have come in. The FBI want to see the scene. The FBI want to see uh, what is that emoji? I have no idea. The FBI want to go over everything so that they're up to speed. It's that simple. FBI is ready to be kicked out. Okay, I'm sure they're not because, well, they've just been introduced. Anyway, uh, if you know more, Teddy, let us know. Sloth. I've never seen this emoji in my life. Just kind of look like you though, chicks.
The doorbell.
Okay, so this is press conference part 2. Listen to what's said because it's key. What's in here? Let me check the volume for you. That is not full. It is full. Okay, let's find out.
Camera. It was removed. We know that, but we're not confirming that any cameras were smashed or destroyed around the house. I don't know where that came from, but that's something we're not confirming. The car, the car that was at the home is just standard investigative practices. It's part of the search warrant scene, court orders. We pull it out of there and do our scene processing with the vehicle.
So Teddy says, let me get it up for you so you can see it on the screen. Teddy says that someone's lost some. Is that your opinion though, or is that stated as fact? Because they did state that she didn't have a subscription, so that's why they brought like the FBI and that in to do like the hard work. But if you've heard that, then drop it in the chat and we'll go over that.
Uber. We did speak to a driver because Nancy, we learned, had been taken the Uber to the family residence, the daughter for dinner, and we located that driver and spoke with them and got that information. The house, you guys got this, I think, conducting follow-up. I think you said somebody had mentioned that they saw a team out there again last night or yesterday, and that's just again what I was talking about before. Our partners wanted a chance to see it and examine things themselves, and more importantly, it's just we're constantly following up on things and go, hey, what about this? So we want to go back and check on some things. Here's the other thing. Someone had mentioned there was forced entry. I have no clue where that comes from. We have been very consistent. We are not discussing that at all. Whether it's forced entry or not forced entry, that is something we're just not discussing. So I don't know where anybody got that information. I think I am about done with my piece of this. I'm going to introduce bring up here Heath Yankee, and I think you know him if you haven't been here. John Edwards is the assistant agent in charge with the FBI here at the Tucson office. Heath Yankee is the special agent in charge for the state of Arizona out of Phoenix, and he will come up and speak.
Thank you, Sheriff. Hello, I'm Heath Yankee, the special agent in charge of the FBI's Phoenix Division. First, I want to let the Guthrie family know that our hearts are heavy for them. After seeing your message last night, it is clear that you and your family are in pain. Please know that we are doing everything to bring your mother home. The FBI is now working this case jointly with the Pima County Sheriff's Department, and we're going to start today by announcing a $50,000 reward for information leading to the recovery of Nancy Guthrie and or the arrest and conviction of anyone involved in her disappearance, and this will be the missing persons with the reward that will be going out. The FBI has agents, analysts, and professional staff employees working day and night with our partners at the Sheriff's Department. We have deployed additional intelligence and agents from our Phoenix office. We have brought in our critical incident response group from Quantico, Virginia. Members from our cellular analysis survey team are here, and they continue to collect and process digital information. We are actively reviewing and analyzing information from all digital sources, which includes banks, social media companies, phone companies, and any other organizations where a digital footprint could have been captured. All this information provides data points and helps put the picture together. And we will be in the community continuing to conduct a thorough investigation with our partners. You heard about us out there last night. We will be back out there today. I would ask the media, give our investigators the space to do their jobs while they're out there. Next, regarding the ransom letter. We are aware of a ransom letter that was sent to the local media and then to national outlets. As with every lead, we are taking it seriously. We are in communication with the family. And while we advise and recommend from a law enforcement perspective, any action taken on any ransom is ultimately decided by the family. Thank you to those in the community that have called in tips. For anyone out there that may have information, no matter how small you think it may be, please report it. You can do so by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI or online at tips.fbi.gov. My next message is to those imposters who are trying to take advantage and profit from this situation. We will investigate and ensure you are held accountable for your actions. We have made one arrest related to an imposter ransom demand, and a complaint will be presented to a magistrate judge later today. You will get more on that from the FBI and our U.S. Attorney's Office here in Arizona when it becomes available. to anyone that may be involved. Do the right thing. This is an 84-year-old grandma. This is an 84-year-old grandma that needs vital medication for her well-being. You still have the time to do the right thing before this.
Where did Teddy go? Where did Teddy go? Just about to press the link for him. He must have fell off. He'll be back in a second. So they've just said about the fake. Did the ransom demand come after news outlets reported her missing? So yeah, one ransom went to the news outlets here he is, that matched the store, that matched everything, and then the other ones. Let me get this off the screen. So, cause what I want to do is I want to get the charges up for you. Hello, Teddy.
Hello.
We're going to switch back over to the sides. There we go. And where is it? Page 1. So this is for the fake ransom. So complaint statement, facts of constituting the offender or violation. Count 1 on or about February 4th. Defendant Derek Kalela. This isn't doxing, by the way, Rick Snay. Just putting that out there because he was emailing me today saying that I've been doing nothing but doxing. I've been reading court documents. That's not doxing. With the intent to transmit and demand for ransom, did transmit in interstate of foreign commerce and any communication containing any demand or request for a ransom or reward for the release of any kidnapped person in violation of Title 18 USC 875A. On or about February 4, 2026, defendant Derek Kalela in interstate or foreign communications made a telephone call and utilized a telecommunications device, whether or not the conversation or communication ensues without disclosing his identity and with intent to abuse, threaten, or harass any specific person in violation of Title 47 USC 223A1C. And then we've got the stuff there. What have I done? It then goes on like it's just signatures on that then. But that is the fake ransom charges. There's 3 pages, but again, it's just the statutes read out clearly for you and things like that. So, Tedward, James.
No, not correct.
Brought you up here because we'd like to know your opinion. What you think law enforcement believe that she's already deceased?
Well, I think she might already be deceased just based off the fact that her medications were left at home. And she's somebody that is not physically well, bodily physically well. Her medications were left. The blood left outside the door. I mean, that could mean anything. So fuck all with that. But she doesn't have vital medication.
So the medication, according to an FBI expert who's dealt with these sort of cases before and has friends with a pacemaker, said the vital medication could be blood thinners. So he said, the 24-hour timeline, he said, shouldn't have been put out there straight away, but they did that for what's it called purposes. Extreme circumstances. But I mean, you're not wrong. It is like it's out there, and it like it's pretty much.
Well,
If she's alive, we want proof of life now, is what the family's saying, and I think that's because the FBI want it. Because if it's a recovery, I think they're going to change their tactics a little.
yeah, I mean, everything that I've heard.
So have you seen the blood spatter
Yeah, I've seen
outside the house?
I mean, I've seen a lot more blood spatter. Like, that's not enough to say that she was dead before she left, or she had an injury that would mean she would die if she didn't get immediate medical attention. However, she's an older woman. I don't know exactly how old she is. I know from reports that
84.
yeah, 84. I mean, that's an age where it could go either way. I mean, if they don't have what they need within a couple of days, it could go either way. She's of sound mind. She, as far as I'm aware, she didn't have dementia or Alzheimer's. So that's a good thing in a way. Might not be a good thing in this case, but she had things about her that she needs medication for. And after so long, I don't think somebody that's trying to kidnap her is going to go out of their way to get her those things. But that doesn't mean anything necessarily. It just means that like this whole deal could be very weird. I mean, it's a high profile celebrity family member abduction. This could be very weird. We could find out a month from now that this was some very strange situation. We have no idea. Based off of how the scene looks, you got some blood spatter. You have a missing older woman. It doesn't look good, but it also, you can't draw conclusions from it. So I don't know. But
in these sort of cases,
no, I don't know how many famous people's mothers go missing, but it leads me to believe that it could go.
I mean, okay, look at it this
way.
In Arizona, in this area, I've covered 2 cases in a year in this area. One is Gustav Bland. I can't remember the other one, but if you look into Arizona, this sort of stuff happens all the time. So the only reason we're hearing about it is because it's Savannah's mother, in my opinion. Normally, they'd like to push it under the rug and say nothing about it.
Hi, Jill.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, I've lost my trail of thought.
God damn you.
That's what I was saying. Like somebody kidnapping and things, driving them, and then now they found out. Oh, I've got a high profile victim here. I want some attention. I want some notoriety, and that's where, because serial killers, they tend to start off ransom me, and then it turns into bragging, if you know what I mean.
Well,
I don't think Odin kidnapped him.
Well, Odinists are everywhere, so I think we should definitely leave that open as a method of murder for sure. No, I like Cheryl McCollum put it best, in my opinion. She's like, they're not putting out a lot of information because you have people that are giving you ransom notes. You have one sent to TMZ, you have one sent to a local Phoenix or, wherever Arizona news station. You need to be able to verify what they're saying. these two ransom notes have very particular information based on the home, based on what this woman was wearing. You have to be able to verify that stuff. So if you put all this shit out there, you're not going to be able to verify whether or not it's real unless you keep it close to the vest. And they are. They've also, they put out
Yes,
search parties.
what you're saying is so what you're saying is that's the reason why law enforcement don't put all their eggs in one basket and throw all the information out there at first.
Well, that's why they never put out all their information at first, and because people are stupid, especially in a high-profile case like this. Like, people are dumb. People want attention because they have no lives, so they're like, "Hey, it was me," and you're like, "Okay, well, fuck off. Tell me more." And then they'll either tell you more because they're dumb, or they'll tell you some bullshit. And the only way to know is if you don't give the public all the information, because they don't need to know. So that's what happens. But this is a very high profile investigation. Like, you want to find the woman, but I don't know. It's an 84-year-old woman. How long do you think she can go without her daily routine? And by that, I mean her medications, the things that she does routine. All the news reports say she cannot walk more than 50 yards on a
So what if I put a basket in front of you and said, take into consideration the area, take into consideration the types of people that live around, not necessarily in the area, but around the area. Who would be your suspects? Like, who would you be putting in that basket?
Well, the area itself, fuck all with that, because I don't know the area. It's Arizona. Like, I'm so far removed from that. No idea. But it's a high profile investigation. This is a woman that, as far as I'm aware, she hasn't done anything on her own to live in a multi-million-dollar mansion or whatever that house could be called. They're going to look at everything. It's like anything could be a possibility. It could be family, it could be neighbors.
Okay. So let me put it like this. They're right next to Mexico. Mexicans come through, go as they please all the time. So what I'm saying to you, and there is a lot of missing addicts in the area. So what if, let's say, for instance, now I'm not blaming the family, I'm just putting a scenario out there. What if someone in the family got into trouble, got a debt or something like that, and now mom's been taken, or nan. I'm not naming it, like going at anyone in particular. I'm not blaming him. I'm just going off the media's points.
Yeah, you're going.
Would you go for his mom? No, but would you go for his mom, or are you going to go for his wife's mom, whose sister is a multimillionaire?
Dude, anything's game. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this type of situation, this is not, Mary Jo down the street. This is fucking Savannah Guthrie's mother. Like, the woman, think of all the news women that get stalked, that get harassed, and it's them. It's not their mom. That's the weird situation that we're in here.
Jinx and Rescue have been stalked when they went to
public they deserve to be.
Hearings.
They deserve to be, though. I mean, Jinx actively looks for stalkers, and Rescue
Ruckus, do you want to come up and give your...
Yeah, tell that old man to come up. He's warm.
Yeah, Ruckus, do you want to come up and give your fake law enforcement credentials, experience.
Show your badge.
I really want to know what the neighbourhood cameras show
Who said that?
before pointing fingers. Yeah,
Oh,
you're gonna have to
CJK.
wait for
Hey,
more fingers as well.
hey, when's the wedding?
Whose wedding?
Yours. I saw CJK was
Oi.
commenting. I want to know when the wedding is. I know Aurora's not.
Oh, Aurora, don't get jealous.
Well, that's fine, but you know.
So, me and CJK haven't set a date because she's playing hard to get. I mean, the restraining order made it a bit hard to get near her, but she's playing hard to get at the moment. Oh God, look at him. He won't, Jinx. Jinx has jumped in cuddly.
Oh boy.
So, what? Looking at this blood spatter while we're here because I've got it on the screen. I know. What's it called? Oh look, both are you need to look now. They're what's it called? What does this blood spatter say to you? Do you think it says maybe something happened in the home, or do you think that the expert who said it's most probably and most likely due to the medication, the thin blood thinners, sorry.
So the expert said that that was due to the medication something? What'd you say?
He said like basically what he said was so the medication that law enforcement are on about, he says now he's not confirming this thinners, and he says it normally causes like nosebleeds, bleeding from places like the nose.
Yeah, but that's very, very specific. Like, you have to think when she was brought out of that home, she didn't have her medication for how long, and she had a nosebleed right as she stepped out onto the front porch. I think that's bullshit. It's possible.
We don't know that she hasn't not got medication because they could have grabbed a sleeve or they could have took a load out of a sleeve. Do you know what I mean? I can't hear you. He's walked. He's got a AirPods in and he's walked away. Anything is possible at this point. There's very little public info, is all I'm saying. Well, you're only saying that because Teddy said that earlier.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened there, but whatever. No, but I'm talking only about the blood that's on the porch. I just had a nosebleed a half hour ago, and it looked like a murder scene. But I knew I had a nosebleed. Whatever. You can't plan it. You're telling me that when she was brought out of that house, she wasn't on her blood thinner medication. She had a nosebleed right then. Like, that's not plausible with this. She was taken. She's not at her house. She's missing. What are the chances she had something like a nosebleed as she left her house and it happened to be right on the front porch? This could be something like they cut her and they put the blood on the porch. You know what I mean? To make it look bad. It's not a lot of blood. That's a tiny, tiny amount of blood from what I can see.
The thing is, If she's got thin blood, like that'd be a bloodbath. That looks to me like possibly a nosebleed to me. Like there's not much there. Like she's took a medication, say an hour or so ago. When they brought her down the stairs and whatnot, her nose has just gone from the pressure of going from lying down to standing up.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a really good point. If she's on blood thinner medication, if she had any type of cut that she sustained through this process, there'd probably be a lot more blood there.
Yeah.
So to me, it
That-
looks
that-
like the smallest amount of blood possible that you could put to where it would be visible, and it's right, like the welcome mat is right there. You know what I mean? If they really wanted it to look like something, there would be a hell of a lot more blood there. If it was real, there would probably be blood throughout the house, you know, before the front door, before you come out of the house. It almost, at this point, without any other information, it looks like it's kind of staged, like the smallest amount of blood possible. Like that, they just gave her like a little nick somewhere to show that it was her blood, and they put it right there by the front welcome mat to get police thinking like anything is
It does look
possible.
staged. I'll give you that. It does, but again, like if they're gonna give her a little nick and she's on blood thinners, like it doesn't matter how big the cut is, it's gonna go everywhere. Whereas the nosebleed theory, uh, which I lean towards, like you've done it yourself. I've been in voices with you, and your nose has just gone. Do you know what I mean? And it's not like it's pouring all night. It just goes like, and a bit of blood comes out. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe that's what's happened here. Like with the pressure of her getting up out of bed, uh, coming down the stairs and that. By the time she's got to the door, that pressure has pushed a bit of blood out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But again, even that is very specific. Like that, she's got
But like I
something
said,
going on.
the FBI agent, he said that like his friends or his relatives or whoever it was he was explaining about that are on that are on blood thinners. He didn't say the same medication because we don't know the medication. But he said like blood thinners, like they'll go to bed some nights and they'll wake up and there's a little bit of blood there on the pillow.
Well, sure. I mean, that's a total plausible possibility.
Yeah.
But with that little
I mean, I do
information,
agree with you. Though. It's funny because they've searched the path and everything, looking for more blood, and it is literally just there. What's there is there. So I do get what you're saying. It's
but
just
do you
for
believe
me.
that?
What do you mean?
I mean, they say that the only blood is there on the front porch. Maybe there's more. I mean,
Well,
that.
Brian Entin was the one who confirmed that. He
Yeah, but did Brian Enton actually go through the whole house? Because if he
no,
did,
no,
if
no,
they let exactly, if they let him through the whole house, they're fucking idiots. Like nobody
no.
should even be going up the porch with the blood still there. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah, I do.
like Brian Enton. I respect him, but there's no way they let him in that fucking house. No way.
Oh yeah,
But
of course. Like
like
he never said he went in the house, but what I'm saying is he went along the path and things like that, and he walked around the property because I think he says he knocked the door. I don't know if he did, and he was
who's gonna
looking.
answer? She's missing. I mean,
Yeah, but the family was there as well.
yeah, they're not gonna answer. Get the fuck out of here. They're not answering the door. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Well, I mean, I still don't know why the blood's still there, but hey.
Yeah, the stage theory. I don't doubt it. I don't I definitely put it on my list of possibilities. Ruckus says a family member did it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
he won't
know.
even come up here, so I don't believe shit that he says.
I don't think he's around anymore. I think he's jumped out. He got shook. He got shook, didn't he?
Well,
But
he's
like
been
my
shook
issue
since
is my issue is with what's it called? With it being families. Family are under the microscope at the moment, especially at the beginning. So how did whoever it was get the ransom note out? Do you know what I mean? To the media.
Well, no, I mean anybody can make a ransom note, and they can put it out to the media. I don't know what you're on about.
No, while the police like knocking your door every 10 minutes to well, we need to ask you some more questions and things like that. My question would be, give her a promise to be nice, Teddy. Have I been nice?
No, Gibbo
Oh, but not.
promised to be nice, but not Teddy. Well, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not nice. Sorry. Not sorry.
I mean, go on.
You know what? I don't know. If it was the family, how could they put a ransom note out when the FBI and local police and everybody else are looking at them? I don't fucking know. And honestly, this sounds really bad, but I don't really care because at the end of the day, the police are able to look at any footage that's anywhere around the area. Like, this is a wealthy neighborhood. You have people with Ring doorbells, you have people with security footage. I am sure at this early stage that they have gone and they've collected every piece of footage that they possibly can, and that may show certain things. Obviously, not enough to give them a suspect, but it's shown them certain things. They've probably heard certain things. If this was staged, then they're not going to have a lot of information based off that security footage.
Now, when you say staged, what do you mean?
I mean, if it was. Now, I don't believe an 84-year-old woman's going to be compliant and be like, oh, yeah, I think we should stage my abduction because, like, what is that going to do for anybody? It doesn't make a lot of sense. But thinking about the area, unless you think that her house, and I could be totally wrong, you could tell me I'm a fucking asshole right now, but if her house is the only, well, yeah, I know that in general, but I'm saying in this specific instance, if I am a complete asshole because I don't know what I'm talking about, and her house is the only nice house on the block, and everybody else is just like, oh, this rich bitch lives up there because her daughter's on the news, then yeah, I'm sure people are like, well, I don't give a fuck her. Like, you're not getting my security footage. And they won't give them anything, but everybody else has shit. Like, the police are not dumb. Some of them are, but most of them are not, especially detectives that give a shit. And it's a high profile case that they're going to be on the hook for, and they have to answer, public conferences and all the news outlets are wondering. They're going to be putting all of their due diligence into finding out what happened. They don't have a suspect right now, as they say, but I'm sure they're working on stuff. These ransom notes, yeah, if you're going to send a ransom note to TMZ, you're not that smart. I know that they have a very large outreach, but you're gonna.
Okay, so let's ransom notes for a second. While you mention what you said, they found the guy who put the fake one out. So what's stopping them finding the guy or guys or woman? It's 2026. Women can be kidnappers too.
Never assume.
What's stopping them from finding the culprit or culprits?
The same thing that's stopping them from finding the culprits of any murder. I mean, think about how many people have gone missing, how many people have been murdered in the last 6 months. Like, the same thing is stopping them from finding them as it is from stopping a high-ranking news media outlet reporter's mother. Like, it's all the same shit.
I'll tell you what I have noticed throughout this case, because I've been following it. Like when I'm not studying a case to go live on or anything like that, what I tend to do is I'll find a case like this, and that's where all my spare time goes, and I just watch videos after videos. And one thing sure is, have you noticed, like the likes of Vinny and Ashley Banfield and Brian Enton, and they've all got their own channels. Well, I've
Yes.
noticed now, Vinny's excluded from it, so I was just using him as an example of having his own channel. I've noticed that all these presenters that have got their own channels, they've been doing a little bit of drama on this case. They've been causing a little bit of trouble. I mean, it comes from the TMZ going straight to media. That pissed off all the mainstream media because they were like, how dare they? And then you've got Ashley Banfield called it out. Then Ashley Banfield put out that stepbrother is a suspect. Now, she did backtrack in that video.
Wait.
She did
Hold on. Do you have the right Ashley Banfield?
Ashley Banfield, News Nation.
Right. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page with the same Ashley Banfield, not the other one.
Oh, don't start that again. so what's it called? So she was putting out that brother-in-law is a suspect without any proof or anything like that, and she claimed that a member of that close team put it out, and then everybody else was calling her out for that. So you see what I mean with the drama?
And you want to know? See, but this is the thing, though. Ashley Banfield has really shitty producers that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and that's the way that these people operate. Like Ashley Banfield and Vinnie Politan. I'm gonna be biased right now. Like, I can't stand Vinnie Politan because of some of the people that he's had on his show, and he just like runs with it. Brian Enton, at least, he's been in like Syria when the bombs have been going off, which I think is stupid, but he's at least gone. And
Brian,
he does.
He's like the legit JLR, isn't he?
I mean, he hasn't had Jinx yell at him before. Like, he doesn't have that badge of honor, but otherwise, I'd say he's good. Like, he's been out I don't know how the fuck he goes out everywhere, but he does. And, he's brought light to a lot of really good cases that need attention. The problem is with these people. The problem is with these people is that the way they make money is by making everything a show. And sometimes it's for the good. It's the nature of the beast. Like, sometimes it is for the good, but a lot of the time, to get the views and to get the clicks, it's not for the good. And they don't have the right information. And this is proof of that. They run with whatever they're told. Ashley Banfield, like, when is she ever on the scene of anything? She's sitting behind a news desk, and now she's sitting behind the mic of a podcast. She is relying on other people.
Do you know Elizabeth Smart?
Yep.
You know that case? Ashley Banfield was actually on the scene, and Ashley Banfield actually walked past her when she was, I don't know whether she was under something or something like that. Yeah, Ashley Banfield actually walked past her. And Ashley Banfield actually went up to the house where the bloke who took her, because, You know, like how we have the Odin sphere in Delphi. Well, in that case, they had the cult took her, and it turned out to be true. But she went up there tongue in cheek. Do you know what I mean? Like to interview him. So she did actually used to be back in the day.
Right.
On the
And
on the
how long ago was Elizabeth Smart a case?
Oh, well, I don't know. But she used to, I
Yeah,
tell you,
exactly.
she used
You
to
have
work
to
for
think
John
about-
Walsh.
Yeah, she used to work for John Walsh. There's a huge difference.
And now he works for me.
No, I don't think he does. that guy at this point, he's in his senile phase where he doesn't give a fuck, and he'll tell you just like it is. He don't work for a goddamn soul.
Okay,
And
so Savannah's brother has just released a video. So what I'm going to do is, which one would it be? That one, isn't it? Get it up. Are you ready, peoples?
Hey, you don't make my
So
face
this
smaller.
just happened according to Susie.
Oh, we don't believe what Susie says. Jesus.
Just posted a video on Instagram moments ago.
Cameron Guthrie, I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, want to hear from you. Haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we're waiting for contact.
Joining me live from Tucson, Arizona is Paul Morrow, Fox News contributor, former NYPD inspector. Paul, the brother Cameron didn't speak much in that first video, so it's certainly something to hear him now. They know time is not on their side here, and this takes it up a notch of something so intensely serious and grave already.
Yeah, Laura, and what he's doing very clearly is re-emphasizing the message that was delivered yesterday in that first video, which was, if in fact that ransom note that came in by email that we've all heard about that went to TMZ and some of the local outlets, not the one for which somebody was arrested today. That was just a tag-along of somebody who was trying to make a score. But the one that the FBI is pulling at, the task force is working, that did not include any protocols to communicate with the kidnappers. And so if you're sitting where the family is, you're saying to yourself, even if we want to pay, and I think that's the subtext here, there's no way to set up an exchange so that they know they can get their mother back, which of course is part and parcel of any kidnapping. And you see this in the ransomware world. There's special protocols to set up that you can speak so that...
Okay, I thought it would be the actual clip, but if it's not, it's not the actual clip. There's no point in listening to it, is there? Let me see what I can do. Tedward, you're there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
What of it? Yeah, I'm counting cards.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where on everything that you oh god, you get spams on your Instagram
If it gets
messages.
spams, oh yeah, that's what you think it is, spams, huh?
Yeah.
Because you've been looking up some stuff, Frankie.
Oh, I don't know it. Oh, Spider-Man. Oh, he's got the news presenter.
Spider-Man.
Tom
Holland or Tobey Maguire?
Oh dear.
What the hell is that?
I'm trying to think where I got that clip from. Let's have a look. Brother.
So this ransom note has the timeline has run out. Like they said that there was two time frames. Supposedly.
When it's 5 p.m., but wouldn't it be 5 p.m. Arizona time? Isn't Arizona like basically in the in the
It's
past?
3 hours ahead from Eastern. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Susie,
at
I'm trying
this
to find
point,
the actual.
I mean, if we believe that, then she's got to be dead because it's 5:25 Arizona time right now. So, you know, if it's Jihadi John,
It's 20 minutes.
Savannah Guthrie posted this for social media. It's her brother talking about a possible ransom in regards to their missing mother.
So there you are. It's on Savannah's. That's what we need to do. Type in. What the hell was that?
bro, you need a producer. This is ridiculous.
I don't. Look at me. I'm doing JLR shit now. Got it.
Yeah, where the fuck is Areola?
Holding our mother. This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking to the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
That's weird.
We want to talk to you, and we're waiting for contact. This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family.
So he wants contact. He wants to
That's
contact
very
her.
strange.
Well, that is obviously FBI have said right now's time to go for the kill. Get the money together. We might have to hand it over, but there's a likelihood that we'll get it back.
Yeah, that's what they always say. You'll get it back.
Well, yeah. Christmas party, but like they want them to make contact so they can track it, don't they? Do you know what I mean? They want, but whoever this is, they're going to keep in contact the way that they have. It's probably going to be through nefarious emails and things like that. I mean, you're going to probably see the prof's email pop up in this. You're probably going to
then
see
it's got to be Epstein. If that's the case, like that's how you know he's not dead.
Prof is trying to create popularity so he can take over Epstein.
Well, he's got popularity because people are fucking listening to him yap. Come on. Plus, he's got a cat killer feeding him information that nobody else has, and that's why everybody's listening.
She's a serial killer.
She is. She's a serial cat killer. She kills
She's
the pussy, and that's why I don't like her.
Thank you, Susie, though. But it was a 9-minute clip for a 30-second clip. But I didn't play it. But those bastards tried to catch us there. But yeah, so brother spoke out. Brother says, I should do that guy. Ooh. Breaking news. You know, let me just change my banner. He fucking kills it, though, he does. Have you seen his channel? Fuck, you know. He's got like his own little news channel he has. He pays his mods as well. Like he says, email me this. I'm looking for 3 new mods. I was in there. I was like, yo, I'll mod for you. And he's like, can you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning if I ring you? I was like, nope. No. I'll be doing that shit.
Come on.
Come on, look, he's going to live well off it, but he's not going to pay his mods well, is he? He's probably going to be like, here's 20 quid for last night. You know what I mean? Here's $20 for last night.
Yeah, but listen, if you get up at 3 in the morning, you're going to get paid well. Come on.
No, he's $25. You got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But you got to source information for him and things like that. I'm struggling to do it for myself at the moment, actually.
Yeah, but if you're going to get paid for it, I mean, you should fucking be on the dock. Come on.
Well, I'm sort of paid for this, but they take the money off me, and I have to claim it back in my tax.
Well, listen, death and taxes, baby. Life of a salesman.
Well, the thing is, though, Teddy, what if I can't claim it back in my tax? Because, like, I mean, this desk, this light, all this is being paid for by the channel.
I'm counting cards.
Yeah, well, this chair that I'm sitting on, this will be paid for by the channel when I put my taxes in. Um,
You need
but
to
like,
find a good CPA, brother. That's all you got to do.
no, but what I'm saying, because at the moment, obviously, I'm on the sick because of my hernia. So
Yeah.
whatever I make on the channel, they take off me anyway. Do you know what I mean? I claim it and they take it straight off me. But back to Anna's case, very well, maybe sued defamation. That when they told her that she shouldn't have done with it. TJK, I think's behind. I think that's what's going on here. She's always behind.
Well, if the two of you were together, you'd be on the same page.
Well, she's in the other room, tied to the bed.
Yikes. Dudley Castle, bed frame.
Do you remember that live? Oh my God, I did a live from the castle with Aurora, and
I do.
Charles was sharing it, going, "They're not even married. They're not even really married."
Well. Oh, Charles.
You've all
tried.
You all fell for it. They're not even in the same country. Well, she does speak.
I have all the facts. I hit a man with a case of Mountain Dew. And I didn't even get my 5 cents back. How are all those people still around? How the fuck is anybody still listening to all these people? God damn.
They're using him at the moment. They're doing what they did before. Do you know when they got him to dox me, so that they're making him popular again? So he'll do all their dirty work, and then he gets removed, and not them.
Yeah,
he's on it tonight.
The problem is he's still kicking it.
Yeah, he had 8 months to live. He was dying of cancer. It's been, what, 13, 14 months now?
I feel like we've all had somebody in our lives that claimed they were dying from cancer that are still around 10 years later. It must be a slow burn.
Well, he's living off Sprite and vinegar, he told us.
I mean, vinegar's not that bad. It depends on what you put it on.
So my opinion on this case would be, now tell me if I'm wrong, that it is some form of cartel. So what I was looking into last night was I was watching this program on it, and they were saying that cartel members, what they do is they get themselves into drug debt through like not selling the drugs on time and things like that. And when they get into the debt, what they do is they kidnap someone for ransom, and this has all the signatures. Whether that blood on the doorstep is staged, I think they took her. She was targeted because they said it's not cool to fake ransom or health.
It's cool as fuck, Jinx. Shut up.
Listen to this, Teddy. I've got a blood infection, and I was really ill with it a few years ago. Valerie's telling everyone that I was saying I had cancer, but that wasn't the case. There was a time when I was worried about it because it was a chance that like there was that, but it was a blood infection anyway. And I've had blood tests. You can just see me bruise. I had a big long bruise, but I'm not seeing my doctor about it until the 16th of February. That's a ball ache.
Well, that was dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Magic Johnson disease. That's fine. I mean, my opinion on this case is it's still too early to tell. I'm not going to throw out cartel because who the fuck knows? But everybody has to realize it's a high-profile case. No matter what you think, it could be even more so than the Delphis and the Idahos and the this. It is a high-profile individual's mother. It literally could be anything. Everybody has to stop and take a second and not listen to the Brian Ittons, the people that are reporting from the scene, yes, you have the front porch, you have the blood trail, you have this, you have that. It's only a piece. You gotta wait. You have to wait because things are not always what they seem. Take a moment.
Well, I mean, Brian Enton, to be fair, he has been the better one out of them all.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, but Brian Enton has his hands in many cookie jars out there that he will go from Idaho to Syria where there are fucking bombs being dropped. You have to understand how these news people are. They go from one thing to the next, and he does a good job, but he is not an investigator. He is somebody that just reports on stuff. You see what they want you to see. You don't see the whole thing. And especially now, how many days has it been since she's been reported in the public that she's been missing? And how much has gone on? Right. The third or the first. Okay. It's now the 5th. 4 days. A lot of shit could have happened. You're not going to know 90% of that. Give it some time. You can, we just sat here and speculated for how long. That's what it is. It's speculation.
Yeah.
In a month.
Well, like you just said, I'm not like we haven't claimed any of this to be. This is what we think has happened. This is the scenario. Like this is a scenario. That is a scenario. We haven't.
I know it's the old nights. That's all I'm gonna say.
But we haven't done like certain channels have done in the past. It's Ron Logan. It's clearly him.
Well, he's not dead. He's hanging out with Epstein on the island. Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, no, he's in Florida. Don't forget witness protection.
Yeah, dude, he just sold me like 2 goats the other day.
Yeah, and then you've got Cryptex. Is he going in on you, Cryptex?
I hope he's not going on me because I wouldn't know because I don't listen to that fucking joke. What a joke.
He keeps having little.
Eddie, I love the way he says my name. Ow.
Dad. And then he'd be like, pretend he doesn't know who you are, but like you was his only viewer at one point.
Peggy doesn't even pretend to know who I am. This bitch called me before I was about to hop in the shower. So get the fuck out of here. Oh, Walla. You crazy bitch.
Right, I think that's it anyway. It's been an hour and 37 minutes. All the information is at the beginning of the live. We were just ball busting and speculating. Thank you all for coming. Teddy, thank you for coming up. CJK, I will see you later.
I'll be at the wedding. Goodbye.
See you later.